At the turn of the 20th century, cheap fiction magazines made from low-quality pulp paper spread throughout every newsstand. These pulp novels were often filled with tales of sensational heroes journeying to strange worlds and exploring ancient ruins for glory. Pulp fiction became the home for wild adventure, and that same energy can be found in City of Mist's latest district, the Sunken City. Unlike the other districts, the Sunken City is not actually in the city itself. The district is in its own little world, hidden away from sleepers, rifts, and gatekeepers alike. But if your crew is able to piece together the clues, they'll find a city without mist, one where myths and their powers are free to be unleashed. If your crew is looking for pulp action in a fantastical world, then the Sunken City should be their next destination. Created untold ages ago, this district broke off from the City of Mist we all know and love, and sank to the bottom of the ocean. Now, ancient cities tended to by crystal golems stand proud underneath their domes. What makes the Sunken City unique, besides it being underwater of course, is that every citizen is awake to their mythos. There is very little mist here, so it's not uncommon to see rifts flying through the sky or showing off their powers in broad daylight. Even rifts who are already awake feel a surge of energy as they enter the Sunken City. That surge turns into new connections, new powers, and even a 5th theme card for each member of the crew while they're there. Of course, it wouldn't be City of Mist without a host of mysteries and secrets for the crew to uncover. The fantastical nature of the Sunken City makes it the perfect place for ancient, booby-trapped temples holding lost artifacts. The lack of mist also makes connecting to one's mythos easier, which can lead to identity-shattering discoveries. And outside the Sunken City, who knows what's waiting to be discovered in the caverns and wreckage heaps of the ocean. In the Sunken City, your character is encouraged to reach for the stars and go after their wildest goals. But there are also other forces at work. If one isn't too careful, they can find all their dreams and efforts destroyed and left to sink into the depths. However they find this mythical place, your crew will soon discover they're not the only ones who've come here. A whole society of awakened rifts exists underneath the waves. The elders who once created this district are technically in charge, but they spend all their time in their Tower of Judgment at the center of the city. Because there are no laws, the Sunken City is instead governed by its various factions. Each one has their own agenda within the district, along with their own grand design for the district and the City of Mist itself. These factions include the Ascendants, a cult dedicated to becoming avatars. Members are taught to relinquish the mundane and enact great and terrible deeds in order to ascend. You too can become a member of Ascendance, provided you're okay with the occasional ritual sacrifice. There is also the Family of the Sun, who wish to promote the Slavic god Dazbog back to his role as the Sunken City's sun. A failed coup attempt ages ago against the Elders forced the family into exile within a smaller dome, but that hasn't stopped them from making further plans. There are other factions floating around, such as the Builders of Tomorrow, who use the Sunken City's resources for extravagant inventions, and the Church of Cleansing Waters, who believe that water should be the end of all things. Each faction is made up of rifts trying to enact their own mythic agendas, making the Sunken City a breeding ground for discovery, conflict, and the occasional rebellion gone horribly wrong. Putting the Sunken City into your game is a surefire way to put the narrative into overdrive. By its nature, the City of Mist is a normal city with its mystical elements hidden away, but the Sunken City puts all of that magic and genre bending out in the open. There's no better place to feel like a superhero, with great powers, no responsibility, and lots of drama. This is also the place to answer any mystery. If your crew has been searching for some hidden answer, whether about their world or themselves, they can likely find it here. Of course, they'll have to find it within a haunted shipwreck, ancient temple, or heavily secure library, but when has finding answers ever been easy in this game? Finally, this is the perfect spot for a climactic finale. There are so many characters and competing factions in the Sunken City that it's almost impossible not to get swept up in a world-shaking conspiracy. Anything is possible in the Sunken City, and that includes bringing about its end. And if that's the case, I sincerely hope you're not inside the dome when it starts to crack. If you're thinking about using the Sunken City in your campaign, I'd advise saving it for a season finale. While your crew works through cases in the City of Mist, be sure to leave clues such as forgotten journals or cryptic dreams for your players to pick up along the way. When they finally discover a city under the ocean, it will be that much more powerful of a reveal. If you can't wait, the Sunken City can also be a great side excursion from the city, where you can preview the PC's greatest powers, darkest secrets, and potential doom. You can find the Sunken City on the City of Mist website at cityofmist.co. While you're there, be sure to check out our other districts, such as La Colonia de Sombras or Fortune Row. And in the meantime, let us know what you think in the comments, on social media, or on the City of Mist Discord. Until then, have fun!